Detoxification is simply a method or regimen that includes a combination of different herbs and roots and barks that are used over a specific period of time. And there is also a detox diet to accompany the detoxification procedure.
Hi J-Bugs, welcome back to my channel. Today this video is going to be a little bit different. We're not going to be talking about natural hair per se, but we're going to be talking about something related to it. So this video is going to talk about detoxing and fasting and how it is important for our overall health and as well the health of our hair, our skin, and in extension our scalp.
Now in a man's mind, the center of masculine power is always seen as the penis. Well, men will be men, but really the center of masculine power is you have to check the meter in your prostate if you really want to understand.
As a lot of you have been coming to me with issues of the scalp, and I thought it was very important to share my healthy regimes with you. And we are going to be using Sister Nat's detox kit. She has a detox kit for men and for women. So my husband and I had 13 days of intense detoxification, and we're also going to be talking with Sister Nat, and she will be sharing the importance of that. As well, you will see different clips during our detox cycle, how we prepare our food and how we prepare the different teas and drinks that Sister Nat recommends with the detox cleanse.
Our first order of business on this journey to recover and to reclaim our health, our first order of business is about detoxification. Detoxification.
So Sister Nat is my go-to person for everything health and wellness related. I mean, she's a national treasure, and she's an unending well of knowledge and information as it relates to our health and how to live a healthy lifestyle.
Alkalinity has been proven in all nutrition studies so far to be one of the best and the most efficient weapons in the fight against disease.
We spend so much money on looking good, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with looking good. We spend so much money on our hair, on our nails, on our clothing, on perfumes, on creams, and we don't really have a plan, or we don't really budget for our health. And I think that is very important, that we need to set aside some time, some bucks for us to live healthily.
So we continue to have these high statistics for cancer, for diabetes, for hypertension, and these are things that really and truly we can easily get rid of. When your body is alkaline, you are positioned to fight, because the alkalinity is a state of weaponry. When your body is alkaline and disease try to attack, your immune system is more stimulated, your organs are cleansed, they are purified, they are more rejuvenated, your cells are in better working condition, and generally speaking, alkalinity is the place where you need to be if you are really interested in winning the fight against disease.
So for the past 13 days, we have been doing this detox cleanse, the Synonymous detox cleanse, and it consists of 3 different cycles. So you have your post-cleanse cycle, then you have the intense cleanse cycle, which is 7 days, and then you have your post-cleanse cycle. So the pre-cleanse is between 3 to 5 days, the cleanse cycle itself is 7 days, and the post-cleanse is 3 days. So every year around summer, Shaka and I usually take some time out to do this program, to detox, and he went ahead and took as well Sister Nat's PPP. So that stands for Prostrate Protective Plan. So it is a plan to basically stop your prostate from degenerating. So as men get older, and as you will hear in Sister Nat's consultation with us, we want to prevent that from the onset. So it's a protective plan which consists of different herbs. It has an invocation, some oil that you use to massage to get the circulation back up to par, and all these help in preventative care. Really get your general checkups to check your prostates, check your numbers, check if it is in good health, and already start preparing and using the PPP for preventative care.
So when those two are applied over a 7-day period, you have arrived at a stage of alkalinity, because over during the cleansing cycle, your body would have released and it would have eliminated a lot of the obstructions like mucus, waste, acid, impurities, and even dead cells, dead, disease, devitalized cell. Your body would have released all of that during the detoxification cycle.
At JD's Naturals, we have an open line of communication, and you can call me, you can WhatsApp me with your different issues related to your scalp and hair. And for the past few months, I must confess, there have been so many people reaching out, re-scalp issues, be it seborrheic dermatitis, alopecia, dry scalp, eczema. So I've been getting a lot of complaints about eczema and you know, just the scabbing and the scaling of the scalp. And a lot of you will ask, what can I do? And most times, if you have been one that have reached out to me, I might have asked you, what is your diet like? What does your diet consist of on a day-to-day? And what is your lifestyle like? What products do you use in your hair? What products do you use on your skin? Because most times we believe that when we have an issue, whether it be for scalp, our health, our skin, our hair, that we can just apply something topically and poof, it magically disappears or the issue is resolved. But then most times, if not all the time, it comes back. And then we have to look for something else because we think that what we used before was not effective, it didn't work, but we're not getting to the root of the problem. So it's like having a cancer and putting a plaster on a cancer sore. The cancer is still there. So we need to really get to the root of the problem, and most times it has to do with what we ingest, what we consume, sometimes what we apply on our skin, our deodorants, our the stuff that we use in our hair, our shampoos, conditioners, creams. All these things can affect what we see outside. So we have dry skin, we have eczema, we have psoriasis, and all these issues are related somewhat to diet. So most times, if not all, these issues that we experience are just physical manifestations of some deep-rooted issue with our health, some imbalance in our hormones, etc. And diet is key in solving these issues.
And once you have acquired that level of cleansing, then your internal body environment becomes alkaline.
It is important to note as well that during our detox, we did not use any deodorants, and that is why we found it important to be on vacation leave while we do our detox. And for the detox as well, because you're not getting a lot of starch and carbohydrates, you need to be very relaxed, you need to be in a calm environment, do some meditation, and just, give some time for the detox to work effectively. And so during our cycle, like I said, no deodorants, no creams, no perfumes, anything processed we did not use. So I would use, if I found my skin was dry, I would use a little bit of sweet almond oil or like a natural shea butter, etc. on my skin. So no deodorants, no creams.
Teacher, you arrive at a stage of alkalinity. When you get there, if there are any other health issues that you are battling with, this is the ideal point at which you can begin to actually engage the whatever it is, cancer, it may be a digestive tract problem, it may be a reproductive health problem, whatever it is, you are at a point of vantage where you can begin to fight neck and neck now with the disease, where you are not at a stage where your body has become a breeding ground for disease, and where when the disease shows up, there is a condition waiting inside of your body for it to take over.
So we have stopped using antiperspirants. Maybe for about 2 years now, we have switched to B Natural's natural deodorant. And it was very important for me to do so because of the research I did on antiperspirants. So antiperspirants work by basically blocking your sweat glands. And sweating, guys, is a normal function of the human body. We should not be interfering with that process.
You have done the intense cleanse. There's a 3-day, which is a reinitiation to go back to normal eating, because you are on a restricted detox diet while you're on this detox program, because certain foods will interfere with the detox, right? So after you have gone through that, it's like a fast, it's a nutrition fast. Then we'll be ready to take your, this is just a program ready to, there are 4 products in the thing. 1 for circulation, 1 for rejuvenation, 1 for your hormone, your testosterone, which is the tincture, and the other one is an embrocation. The embrocation is like a special oil formula for massaging the area around the neck of the PC, between the scrotum and the pin. This is where the prostate is located. It is an oil to increase circulation and reduce inflammation, because these are the 2 main areas of disorder in the prostate. Is when the cells start to break down. When a man reaches 50 somehow, the prostate start to you know. So at a point where you really need to build back the circulation, rebuild the cells, rejuvenate, and get your hormones a little more balanced. Well, as much as you can get it balanced, because once you reach 50, you go on the other side of the hill. You're on the other side, and you cannot reverse it and go back on the other part too. It's a matter of keeping a balance. You have the oil, as I say, you have the tincture, you have 2 herbal teas. So I would like for us to focus on that, and then we will take that on, because we're going to fit that into the alkaline diet. Because what will take predominance after that will be the alkaline diet, and we'll just fit that in. That will be just a component, and it targets the prostate. Just like if Jody would do a cleanse and she want to target the reproductive organs, I have a female kit like that, yes. So she would get her little female kit and she would focus directly now on the organs after you have cleaned the entire house. Because after you have gone through these documents, you'll reach a stage of mental preparedness to take the journey. Exactly. So then when you're ready, you will do your 7-day, which is the intensive part of the thing, and then there's a 3-day. It's called the post-cleansing cycle, where you're going back to your normal eating, but you're going back gradually on a day. So after 10 days, we're ready now for you to jump on your alkaline diet. So that is when you will start to, you put in all that behind, and you're starting to work with your documents to do with alkalinity, and that is when I will actually give you all some recipes.
So sweating basically is a way for your body to get rid of toxins, urea, all the dirt, the grime that is stuck in there. The water in the sweat allows these to be drawn out of your body. So by blocking that, you are blocking in as well all the toxins in your body.
This is very opportunistic. You know, a disease doesn't just happen like that. A disease, you have to create, you have to open up, you have to open a door for a disease to come in on you. You will not become a diabetic just like that. You would have been practicing a certain lifestyle for a number of years, and your first step will not create a downfall in your pancreas. Neither will your second step. But as you progress and you continue with that same lifestyle, the cumulative effect is, at the end of the day, if it's not your pancreas, something will break down. If it's not your pancreas, it will be your kidney. If it's not your kidneys, it's your ovary. But some body part is going to break down as a result of the onslaught over all these years.
So if you have not made a switch to natural deodorant, I implore you to do so, guys.
So definitely, disease is not a friend, you know. Disease is an enemy. I mean, let's look at when you're sick and when you're well. Disease incapacitates you. It makes you less than who you are. It makes you dependent on people. It lowers your self-esteem. You know, just look at the difference between when you're bedridden and sick and when you're up and running. You know, so definitely the fight against disease is a fight that we have the ability to fight with all the resources that we have available on island. Unfortunately, as Bob Marley says, in the land of plenty, the fool is thirsty.
If you want to make the switch, I think it would be important for you guys to start researching about it. It is going to be a very trying process.
The food.
The other thing that make me start to look at health, and apart from people dying in PMH, is the age. Because when I listen to At time I listening to I stopped listening to it because it just frightened me. I listened to Death Announcement.
Yeah, boy.
And it's 36.
Boy.
And 40.
42.
And
47.
47. I said to
yes.
myself, but Shaka, 5 more years, so you need to tell me 5 more years I have to live. I said, no. Yeah, it's from there, them things there, you know, Christians that tell me,
But you're sharp enough to catch it. It are people that are in the same death announcement every day. And they're not connecting the dots, Jody. It's connect, you have to connect the dots.
So, people wasn't dying like that back in the day. So then I start to move back to things I know my girl used to do. And things. You know, more like how we used to eat before.
What part of the year you grew up?
When I started my detox process to switch from antiperspirants to deodorants, I was like, boy, okay, I started to cook with. But then, I mean, it was very important for me to do. And people switch from antiperspirants to natural deodorants right away without no transition period, and then they think it's not working. But what happens is that you have not detoxed, and so you will still continue to get all the toxins that were locked in by the antiperspirants. They're now being released by using a natural deodorant now, and you think the natural deodorant isn't working. So when you stop using the antiperspirants, it's important to detox. I usually recommend the clay mask for a 7 to 10 day period. You could use alcohol and baking soda underneath your arm for that period, and then you switch to the natural deodorant.
So we can easily reverse all these diseases just by, getting into the natural concept, the natural procedures of living. So basically, this is your detox kit, which will give you a head start, and a big head start. It's a journey to alkalinity, and once you become alkaline, what we've noticed is that by the time a man turns 50, the cells in the prostate begin to deteriorate.
So fasting and detox has been an integral part of my regime, my health regime. But I just feel so much more energized. I don't feel those little bouts of lethargy lurking in. So it has really been a great experience for me so far. I feel healthier, I can see it in my skin. I drink way more water. It was a task for me to drink water before, but I know it is important to do so, so I have trained my mind to drink more water.
Yeah, a nice little. And another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to give you some recipes, some alkaline recipes, so that when you put those things in your body, you are pure alkaline. There are specific alkaline recipes that I have had to develop. Just as I had done the immune boosting thing during the COVID, I developed a whole bunch of immune boosting recipes. I am doing the same thing now with the alkaline recipes. These are recipes that you guaranteed that once they get in there every day, your body is turning alkaline and remaining alkaline.
I'm Jody, what bounce is that now?
So I continue to do my intermittent fasting. If you want to know more about that, you can let me know in the comments below. And doing some high intensive workouts and some weight training. So I have dropped about 12 pounds or so far. Yeah, I feel energetic, light, and most importantly, very happy with myself and what I have achieved so far.